Hey guys, JT here. Welcome back to another video. We got another trade recap going on today. Hope y'all had a good weekend. First, let me go over news today. We had high impact news today. ISM Services PMI. That was the only thing that came out at 9 a.m. I decided not to trade until past 9 a.m. So I slept in, and let's just say I didn't even get on the charge till 10 a.m. I did my morning routine and stuff. I made breakfast and all that, but yeah, slept in a little bit. Anyways, so um, didn't notice anything on gold, so I stuck with the S&P 500 today. I only took one trade. Usually, I risk 1% on max on a high impact news day, and this was the only trade I planned on taking. But it wasn't necessarily my A plus setup. It was more of a retracement play than anything. So I wasn't willing to risk a full percent, so I risked a half percent. Hodgson charts at 10 a.m. Didn't see anything on gold. Kept trading XPX. Price had bounced around in an hourly fair value gap for a while, then soared. Set a buy limit at a 5-minute fair value gap within a small area of accumulation. Got entered shortly after. Price soared upward. Moved stop loss to break even because PMI day. Price is really unpredictable. Good. Good thing I did. Um, Price didn't even didn't even hit previous day highs. Um, then bam, avalanche. So right, risk management, one trade, patient, non emotional. I'm gonna be honest. No emotion on this trade. I mean, I was a little disappointed that it hit break even and didn't hit full TP, but that's fine. Longs, for high impact news days, I'm gonna start using multiple TPs, and I'll explain that. So let me go ahead and move my chart over here. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about this. So, um, high time frame. So we had a hourly for value gap right here. Oh, why is this all the way down here? There you go. We had an hourly for value gap right here. Price bounced around in it, and then we broke hourly structure right here at about 8 a.m. So move down to the 15-minute time frame. Crazy accumulation. We had, I would say, the prominent break of structure was this, right? Not the wick, but this candle. And then price had soared up this high. Uh, and then we had this 15-minute value gap. Let me move downward. You know what? Let me just. There we go. So right here we had this 5-minute value gap, as well as this whole area of accumulation. Um, and I was like, I'll enter if price revisits this, right? And that's exactly what happened. Price entered me into the trade right here, soared upward. I think the full TP was like $118 or something like that. And I risked like 48, so it was a good 2.5 hour trade. Um, Price got to here, and then that's when price got to here and started coming down. It was break of structure right here, right? Wasn't really saying that was a change of trend. Um, so I marked out prominent low to prominent high, equilibrium. Price wicked equilibrium and then went higher. Uh, Whenever price started coming down, that's when I moved my stop loss to break even. Again, that wasn't necessarily out of fear. That was more just playing it safe because high impact news, price is unpredictable. And that's what I did. I moved stop loss to break even, and I'm glad I did because as you can see, yeah. Um, so here's the funny part, right? So price filled, literally like filled the very top of this, right? Hold on. Move down to the 1 minute time frame. Trying to see. Yeah. So this was the previous day high right here. Oh, what? Oopsie. This was the previous day high right here, and that's what I was targeting, right? That's what I was targeting. If anything, price filled this massive fair value gap, right? I was expecting price to hit TP, but it got very close to TP. Didn't hit though, and yeah, this is what I mean by price is kind of unpredictable because I mean on normal news, on like really even on news days, usually if price is seeking a fair value gap and it goes this deep into it, usually just sweeps out the liquidity too before it avalanches downward. That did not happen. So yeah, we got luck with this. Moved my stop loss to break even, so that was smart play. This was an accidental trade. Um, it was at 0-0, but low slippage, so minus 40 cents. All in all, I'm still pretty happy with the day. It was a good trade, just didn't play out in my favor, and that's totally fine. We have no news tomorrow, but I'm not sure how price action is going to look because I'll show you. So no news tomorrow, but Wednesday, FOMC, Thursday, unemployment claims, not too bad, not the worst, and then Friday, FOMC member Waller speaks. So we'll keep an eye on it. I think I think tomorrow we'll be able to trade. Probably gonna wait till PM session to trade on Wednesday. If I do, I don't have work, so I'll be home. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna wait till after all this comes out. So I'll probably wait until about 1:30 2 o'clock to trade. PM session won't be any big trades though. Unless I see like a really good setup in the morning. If I see a really good setup, I'll do it. But I'll probably like here. So we're down to the 1 minute time frame. Prime example. So let's see. We filled this 1 minute for value gap, right? As soon as we got this break of structure right here, okay, I would have entered off of this down candle, uh, right? But I was only watching the 5 minute time frame. I didn't even look at the 1 minute time frame, right? Stop loss, probably here, right? And targeting these highs or something like these highs, right? Like it's gonna be more of a scalp trade if I take it, right? So that's probably how we do it. I think I am going to start looking more for 1 minute entries. Just because they're shorter and they seem to produce better entries. Um, like 1 minute break of structures and stuff like that. Not that those are not against a high time frame bias. High time frame bias, 15 minute or it's like hourly, 15 minute, 5 minute is all bullish, and we had a pullback, and we have a 1 minute break of structure to the upside. That's enough to enter. As well as like another mini pullback within it, as you can see, because we wicked it. So once this fair value gap was made, probably would have entered here, yeah. And if I wanted to be, a little bit more risky, stop loss right there. And that actually would have been a better trade than the one I took. And this would have been a very short trade. Literally not even, or like 20 minutes maybe. Yeah, like 24 minutes. Not a not a bad trade. Anyways, yeah. So gonna start looking more for 1 minute executions. I won't put too much weight on like the bias of them though per se. Still stick with the high time frame bias and all that. Um, but yeah, Anyways, that's all I got today, guys. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. And if you have anything, leave it in the comments. Go follow my Instagram, link in the description. And if you guys are interested about the whole funded account thing, that is another video that is currently on my YouTube channel. I just kind of talked about the funded account I plan on buying, which is by Funded Next. And I'm planning on purchasing that later this week. And I think next week is going to be a good week to actually start trading with it. And I'll get into that. Monday, no news. Tuesday, CPI. Wednesday, no news. Yeah, it's high impact, but it's just one of those weeks where I'm gonna have to play it cautious. Hopefully, I don't blow the funded account. I'm in the max drawdown. Actually, yeah, this is it right here. So I'm planning to get a Stellar Light by Funded Next CFDs, $10,000 account with the double up, which makes it instead of 10 grand upon passing, makes it 20 grand. It makes the price go from $59 to $83, and I might purchase this. So it adds like another $14 to it, but it makes the overall. So the overall loss is already 8%, which is, I mean, good. I haven't really struggled with that per se. I need to do more research into it because I'm not sure if the 8% loss, if that's including my profits or not. I mean, I wouldn't think it does. I would think it's like total, like actual account drawdown. So if it's like a 20, or let's say I don't do the double up and it's 10 grand, 8% loss is $800, right? So once the account reaches $9,200, account blown. Or if once the let's say you're 8% in profit, right? So your account is at $10,800, and you lose 8%. It just brings you back to $10,000. I wouldn't think you would blow the account, but I'm not very sure. Um, I am not very worried about it though. The 2% difference. I mean, yeah, it'll make a difference, but I just know that this 8% is going to give me way more incentive to keep to my risk management because this is like actual money and actual profits that I can make and stuff. So after the phases, of course. But I mean, these aren't bad profit targets like I talked about in that video, 8% and 4%. Anyways, I'm rambling. I talked about all this in my last video. If you guys did enjoy, please like and subscribe. You know, Instagram link in the description. Leave something in comments for me if you have it. I hope you all have a great evening or night, and I will see you guys next time. Later.